بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. Assalamu alaikum, my beloved ones, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, we are going to take session 2 from our discussions on Aqa'id in the school of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam. And inshallah, we said we are going to take 5 sessions of Tawheed, oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and things related to the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let's see, let's start with the ayat, because we said we are going to start as a blessing of to take the Quran as our blessing point. But no arguments, we are going to use intellect. Even if Quran, we are going to use it as a guide, the guide which teaches us how to argue properly using intellect. Even if we use hadith, the hadith is not going to be because Imam Ali said, alayhi salam, because Allah says. No, because the Imam Ali guided us how to argue with somebody who denies or rejects the existence of God. So if we start with the ayat of the Quran, let's see. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من شر الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. If you want to follow with me, it's in Surah Tur. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clearly says, أم خلقوا من غير شيء أم هم الخالقون أم خلقوا السماوات والأرض بل لا يوقنون أم عندهم خزائن ربك أم هم المسيطرون آمنا بالله صدق الله العلي العظيم. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أم خلقوا من غير شيء, يعني who created you? You guys are not believing in God. You guys are rejecting God. So were you created from nothing? أم خلقوا من غير شيء أم هم الخالقون, or no, they are the creators. Okay, so did you create yourself? That is logically absurd. Or you were created out of nothing. So are you the creator of yourself, or you created out of nothing? Both probabilities are absurd probabilities. Why absurd? Because nothing only gives nothing. If you ask anyone, anyone with sound intellect, can nothing give a thing? No, nothing gives nothing, nothing, nothing. Nothing is nothing. So how can nothing give a thing? So am khuliqu min ghayri shay'in. Were they created from nothing? It's crazy, absurd. Those who deny the existence of God, reject the existence of God, do they have even intellect to think? How can you come out of nothing? And this is the question no one can answer. They try to go left and right and beat into bushes, but they still cannot answer logically, intellectually. How can they come out of nothing? Logically, nothing is nothing. If you tell somebody, a sound intellect, that I was created from nothing, really? Without anyone bringing you into existence, from inexistence to existence? Really? That's craziness. Really? Why craziness? How can nothing create a thing? Am humul khaliqun. Did you create yourself? How did you create yourself? There has to be a cause for you. I mean, I cannot create myself. I exist. If I have to go back in time to create myself and to plan, I'm going to create myself in this earth, and that's craziness. It's all craziness after craziness, like logical absurdity. Then Allah says, Am khalaqus samawati wal ard. You guys, did the heavens came out of nothing? Or did you create the heavens? You are part and parcel of the earth. How can you create the heavens and the earth? You are a tiny, mini, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. How can you create this gigantic and you are nothing? بَلْ لَا يُقِنُونَ. They don't have any answers. All what they have is a speculations, doubts. They don't have any certainty. They don't have any la yuqinun. No, they don't have any certainty. Or Allah poses another third question. See, Allah is arguing. Allah is not imposing. Allah is discussing. Oh, Muhammad, tell them, ask them these questions. Let's discuss. Don't say, oh, no, you have to believe in God. That's it. Okay, or go to hell. We don't have that kind of language. In Quran, the language is that did you create or were you creator or someone created you or you came out of nothing. You came out of nothing, absurd. You created yourself, more absurd. You created this universe, someone created you out of nothing. Yes, that has to be the only thing. So then Allah poses a third question. أَمْ عِنْدَهُمْ خَزَائِنُ رَبِّكَ أَمْ هُمُ الْمُسَيْطِرُونَ. The sad musaytirun can be read also with sin. So do they have the treasures of Allah? That means when you want to create something, you have to have some kind of prerequisites. You need to have power. You need to have the encompassment, engulfment. That means what? If you created this creation, you need to be above the creation, around the creation. You have to engulf the creation and create this creation. Did you do that? Do you have the prerequisites? Do you have the treasures, the power, the knowledge, whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has? Do you have those kind of things? Or you are the controller of these things? No, you can't control even your stomach content. Like when a person becomes sick, they say he does it in his pants. Okay, you can't control your filth, you can't control your body, you can't control when you are sick, you can't control things. How can you control this whole universe? Out of question. Do you have the prerequisites, the power, the knowledge which Allah has? No, out of the question. Did you come out of nothing just like that? Out of the question. So what is there? There has to be Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There has to be a creator, God, who brought us out of nothing. Okay? God brought us out of nothing. Let's see a basic. Now, many times people, they go into philosophy and deep philosophies and wujud and this and that and a lot of complicated things. They make the belief a complicated knowledge where the belief should be the easiest and simplest knowledge where everyone can comprehend. Let's see how Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam deals with this question of existence, the questions of our existence. So Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam was asked, Su'ila Amir al-Mu'mineen, Su'ila Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam an ithbat as-Sani', the creator, okay, who is there a creator? Prove it to us, ya Imam Ali. Imam Ali uses a simple thing surrounding. He says, Al-ba'aratu tadullu ala al-ba'ir. Ba'ara, you know what's ba'ara? The droppings of camel. You know these droppings of camel? They're like balls. Okay? You find, the Bedouin finds these camel droppings, cause and effect. Those are effect. He realizes that there is a cause. Okay? He says these droppings cannot come out of nothing. There has to be a camel, there has to be a ba'ir. Okay? Have you seen droppings, rains of camel droppings from the heavens? Plop, 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 like kind of that. Unless if they're flying camels, and that is absurdity also. So if you find camels dropping on the ground, that means there was a camel. If you find an effect, then there was a cause. Effect, cause. We are all effect. There has to be a cause for us. البعرة تدل على البعير. The and Imam Ali, when he talks, Salamullah alayhi, it's balagha, eloquence, it rhymes, everything rhymes, mashallah. البعرة تدل على البعير. Then والروثة تدل على الحمير. And what else the desert people they see? Okay, let's see, camels were like in Arabia. What about the non-Arabia place? They are donkeys. So he brings, you see that big blob. If you find a big blob of waste product, you know that there was a donkey here. He passed his tool all the way. I know you have iftar soon, and I'm trying to bring this camel droppings and donkey droppings and all that. But Imam Ali wants to show us that you don't need sophisticated philosophy to prove God and the existence of God. Easy things can prove the existence of God. He said, "Wa rautha." Rautha, this what they say, donkeys dropping, donkey and cow. They just throw some blobs. You see, so wa rautha tadullu ala al-hamir. This, if you find somewhere, it's not human was there. No. If you are surrounded in donkey area, you know that donkey has done that. Okay, so no, the droppings of the camel indicates camel. The droppings of the donkey indicates that there was a donkey. Or effect indicates a cause. Effect indicates a cause. So every existing effect has a cause. Okay, Amir al-Mu'minin, salamullah. Can you tell us some more? He says, yes. وآثار القدم, footsteps, effect. What does it indicate? على المسير, somebody walked. وآثار القدم تدل على المسير, footsteps indicate that there was someone who walked on it. Footsteps cannot come out. You'll say jinns are also, if they have some kind of a heavy material, they can make footsteps. If not, then they are light creatures. Okay, but if we find footsteps, it indicates that there was someone who walked. So he says, وَآثَارُ الْقَدَمِ, the footsteps indicates that someone walked. Now, Imam Ali, I'm not using this hadith to prove the existence of God. We are learning from Imam Ali how to use logic to prove the existence of God. So it's a training session of Imam Ali alayhi salam to us. So, وآثار القدم تدل على النصب. Then Imam Ali says, فهيكل, a structure, علوي. So we have an upper structure, lower structure. We have heavens and we have earth. Heavens are light, clouds are light. Okay, earth is heavy. Now he said the stars are not light. Yes, but if there's no gravity, then they are light. What makes heavy and light is gravity. Okay, this is another topic. So anyhow, leave the stars. Our heavens, which we see where we can fly, we see clouds. We go in the middle of the clouds, and when many times when you go to the mountain areas, you drive between the clouds. So this is our heaven is light. So he said, Allah, there's this fahaykal ulwi, the structure which is upper, which is light, bihadhi latafa, with its lightness, the upper structure, it's like fahaykal ulwi, upper structure in its lightness, wa markaz sufli bihadhi kathafa, and the center which is below with density, the earth with density, the heavens with lightness. There's a kind of balanced connection. All this gigantic thing. كيف لا يدلاني على اللطيف الخبير? How can it not indicate that there is someone there who created all this, who is Latif and who's Khabir? All knowledgeable, all experienced, expert, knows everything and how to make everything and how to create everything, and yet he is Latif. Another hadith of Imam Ali, he teaches us how to use the logic to indicate existence of God. He says, بِصُنْعِ اللَّهِ يُسْتَدَلُّ عَلَيْهِ. You want to indicate the existence of God? Look at the creation. This creation is all make of Allah. So the make of Allah indicates his existence. Make of Allah indicates his presence. بِصُنْعِ اللَّهِ يُسْتَدَلُّ عَلَيْهِ. With the make of Allah, one can indicate the existence of Allah. وَبِالْعُقُولِ تعتقد معرفته. And intellect, it then adds up into recognition. So we know existence of God. Now we use our intellect further to have the recognition of God. And then we ponder and reflect. So the proof of God, the justice of God, وَبِالتَّفَكُّرِ, this we're going to talk inshallah in our next 5 sessions. By pondering, we realize if God is there, then God has to be just. And if he's just, then he sent us his proof. So by pondering, these proofs are proven. تُثْبَتُ حُجَّتُهُ. By pondering. And so all these, be it the proof of God, is proof of his existence, of the proofs of God who are indicating the justice of God, ma'rufun bid-dilalat. Allah is known and recognized by these indications. Use your intellect and logic to indicate his existence. Mashhurun bil bayinat. And he is popular by the clear signs. And finally, we end with a story also related to it. There's a Bedouin, Al-Arabi. This Bedouin, nomad, he stays in the tents and he has goats and camels and all these kind of things. So the Bedouin was asked, in some narration, Imam Ali asked him. So the Bedouin was asked, how do you prove the creator? You are Bedouin, you have no knowledge, you have no philosophy, you have no deep kind of knowledge. You are living in a desert, in tent, you're eating dates and you're drinking camel's milk and you're eating cow and goats. So you don't have any urbanism. See, basic human with basic intellect. See the answer. Uses the theory of causality, cause and effect. So what does he say? He says, uh, uh, إثبات خالد لهذا الكون. He says, البعرة تدل على البعير. Same words of Imam Ali alayhi salam. The camel droppings indicates that there was a camel. وأثر الأقدام يدل على المسير. The footsteps, they indicate that there was someone who walked. أفسماء ذات أبراج. This heaven with so many stars, which they make this celestial images, like the zodiac. This stars with gigantic zodiac system, abraj, heavens with these zodiacs, this Okay, the question. So the question is, what is the concept which Imam Ali alayhi salam used to prove the existence of God? Logical concept he used. Okay, the story of the Bedouin, the uh, the ba'ara tadullu ala al-ba'ir, and all those kind of things. So send your answers. The concept was also in our slide, in the front slide. Okay, so send me the answer, and inshallah, after 4 minutes, we start Arabic. نبدأ بالعربي بعد 4 دقائق. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.